is is evidence is the information
Sure.
that could either
Okay.
that's part of your case. It could be physical evidence, is it could be fingerprints, or it could be blood, or evidence could be testimonies, uh, video recordings.
Is there any evidence in your case?
Well, there's videotapes.
So there is.
There's pictures of broken glass, which my attorney said I was a hero when I was in jail. He said, "Man, you in my eyes, you're a hero." I appreciate that, man, and that's why I'm still sticking with you till this day. But yeah. So evidence could be used in your favor or against you,
Gotcha.
depending on how it is. Your attorney can either try to file evidence to get you, the evidence you need. Um, I'm trying to think of that motion. File to suppress evidence. Some people do it in certain cases so they can try to, get the evidence, removed.
Sure. Again, let me just run through the checklist.
Yes.
Can you tell me what contempt of court means?
Contempt in court means that you maybe have behavior issue, and the judge putting you in contempt of court that makes. I think you don't see the judge for like 3 months, and then you could go to jail for it.
Have you ever been held in contempt of court?
No, never. I've had a couple outbursts, because the media were there, years ago, putting on a show. But I've been
Can
for.
you understand that a little bit better? What do you mean a couple of outbursts? Don't make me Google you, dude.
Oh, well.
Everybody's Googled me.
Well, I mean, is it okay? I mean, can I hear it from you? Your attorney can tell me not to, but
You can.
No, he's not. I would say he's not on trial for that. That's been resolved. Go. Just tell us what you feel, does, sir.
And you love wrestling.
I do love wrestling.
And yeah, everybody I thought was in my favor. It was just a bad thing. And the media and the news try to make me out to somebody I wasn't. I'm done putting on a show for the correction officers in 33rd Street Jail in the butt naked cell. Okay? It's they've seen my moves. They know that I'm the deal. But I don't want to go back to jail and put on a show for them anymore. I'm done.
Would you mind terribly if I requested records from 33rd?
Oh, sure. You can look.
I got an extra release, so I'm just thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
The 33rd Street Jail.
I'm gonna quote you. How would you spell butt naked?
BUTT.
Wait, I understand.
Next word.
Yeah.
NAKED.
See?
But it's a space between.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I gave you the E and the two K's in butt naked.
Oh, okay. Good one. Butt naked.
Let me correct that.
What else do I need to explain about the courtroom? You should be in good behavior. You should be well addressed. And
Well,
you should be able to work with your attorney.
what's a bailiff?
A bailiff,
Yeah.
a person who's sworn in, I believe, and documents everything. Right?
Bailiff, they don't have them in Orange County, but a bailiff would be the guy that arrests you if you
Oh,
act out of court.
Deputies.
The deputies in the courtroom.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, somebody was sworn in. I was trying to almost nearly get it all.
That's fine. We got there.
Yes. I clearly understand the procedure of how it works. I've been to court 100 million times. Not that I'm proud of it.
Literally?
Not that much, but I've been there. Trust me, as a juvenile, my dad took me to court 100 times. I put him through hell. So I know the procedure of how it works, and, you know,
Gotcha.
so.
That sounds problematic. Did you have a tough childhood, or?
I mean, I got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would make up lies. Um,
What's your mom's name, by the way?
Sandra. But it's I did get in a lot of stupid trouble. I did do a lot of stupid things as a kid. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow. Yeah.
not proud of it. But I went to juvenile programs where I learned leadership. I learned a brotherhood. Learned how to work with brothers from all different neighborhoods.
Mhm.
And,
How old is Sandra?
huh?
How old is your mom?
She's
My wife? Yeah, 70.
How old's Dad? For that
70,
matter?
72.
No, she's 70.
No. You.
Who, me?
72.
75.
75. Does your mom have a job?
Yeah,
do?
she's a nurse.
Where she work?
She does private duty
Yeah.
as an RN. Yeah.
How's your relationship with Mom?
It's good.
No, it's good.
Yes.
She's not lying about you.
Nah,
Okay. And Dad?
it's good. Because I'm not drinking or doing drugs. So I'm not getting sucked into the, the,
The behavioral thing.
yes. So I'm able to walk away, go train, exercise, do my wrestling, do my poetry, my martial arts, my funny videos, and do what makes me happy at the end of the day. If I was drinking and doing drugs, I'd be miserable and sucked into everything and the negativity.
Gotcha.
And, most of my Baker acts that I have are all most of them are all drug and alcohol related.
How many times do you think you've been Baker acting?
They said it was 20.
Wow.
But
Who's they?
Aspire. So it was 20 Baker acts. So most of them are drug and alcohol related. My mom, me and her were getting a little argument. Cops would get called. A lot of them been in my house before. They would take me. Or some of them would be cool and be like, yo, you need to go take a walk. Depending on how frustrated I was. But in those days I was too drunk, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't walk down the street, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even really care for myself. But now I got that outlet where I can care for myself. I can do what I need to do. And
So you're 2 years sober from alcohol as well, and what were you drinking, and what amount?
hard booze,
Uh,
liquor.
Do you have a brand?
I drank everything. Vodka, the cheap stuff,
Mm-hmm. How much were you drinking?
a lot. 5th in the morning, 5th at night.
What's a fifth? Is that like the little flask thing, or
About
it's
a
like
750 milliliter.
Oh goodness, 2 a day?
Yeah, I got to that point. I'm not proud of it,
It's okay.
but I was so stressed out in life.
What had you stressed?
Though I had a relapse, being shot by the police, having to deal with people in the media, people telling me I should kill myself.
I'm sorry. Who are these people?
People on the internet,
Oh,
people you deal with.
are you like trolling or?
No, it's the idiots in the media
Okay.
who, they put these stories.
You might want to explain the incident for some clarification.
Oh, I just clear it up for you. They built a WWE Performance Center.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes away from where I live. Okay? My dream was to always be a pro wrestler as a kid.
Gotcha.
You're gonna build a WWE Performance Center by my house, and no, that's him.
He's popular too, but not popular.
Yes. So you're gonna you're thinking I'm not gonna go over there and show my ass and perform for these people. It's a WWE Performance Center. You go there to perform.
Okay.
Though I was trespassed and Baker acted from there, I went back. Unfortunately, it is my fault. I shouldn't have went back there. Should I have gotten shot? Absolutely not. It should have been handled totally different.
Okay.
But, anyways, you know, after I was shot there, and I think it was more or less to try to make me out to somebody that I wasn't, when truly, my dream was and is always has to become a pro wrestler, which I am today, the best professional wrestler of all time. I had to deal with the idiots in the media.
Gotcha.
And they tried to make me out to somebody. Oh my God, he's got mental illness. He's crazy. Oh my God, he's like fixated on a female wrestler.
Who's that?
They said I was fixated on Lita.
There it is. I was just hoping it wasn't China.
But everybody loved China.
Really?
Yes. She passed away too.
Google Doug Stanhope. I'll send you something because since you made that comment, I'll send you, if you don't mind inappropriate things, if you have a high tolerance for inappropriate, I'll send you one of the funniest things you'll ever hear in your life. Okay.
Perfect. I look forward to it. Send it now.
Well,
Rob Jenner at Hotmail.
I love China. We all did. And she passed away, unfortunately, due to, you know what I'm saying?
She was juicing. Wasn't
No, drugs and alcohol.
Huh.
And that's my goal. Is I wanna save as many wrestlers as I can.
Cool.
I want to be a part of that WWE wellness program. Try to inspire other wrestlers to stay sober and stay on the right path.
Gotcha.
And I pray one day we'll get her in the Hall of Fame where she needs to be.
Where's that located?
The Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
It's a couple days before WrestleMania.
No, I mean where? Like physically, is there like an actual location where there's a Hall of Fame?
There should be, right? That'd be a good idea.
Oh, but there isn't.
No.
Huh.
Here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go see my aunt and uncle in Queens, New York.
Mm-hmm.
The WWE headquarters
Mm-hmm.
was about 45 minutes away from there. So I figured I'd dress up with a shirt and tie. I was watching wrestling. I said, Titi, the WWE headquarters is right down the street. My cousin did a film with Kane called See No Evil. So I said, Titi, I'm going to go to the headquarters. So I go over there. They throw me out of the parking lot because they knew I took a dookie and I smeared it on the territory.
Jeez.
Yes, it's a joke, right? I looked up to a wrestler named the 1-2-3 Kid. I don't want to backtrack and talk too much because I don't want you to think the wrong idea.
I actually remember the one who forget.
Yes.
He was cool.
Yes, X-Pac or 6. So, anyways, they threw me out and I drove all the way back to Orlando. The guys were still nailing the shingles on my roof.
Hurricane damage or what?
No, they were doing the shingles on the roof. I was so upset. So I took my veneration, my frustration, and I went to the WWE Performance Center and put on a show for them in the parking lot. I seen the girl through the glass. She couldn't stop laughing. So once I saw her being laughed and entertained, I figured I would keep entertaining them. So I saw Lita come to the glass. Lita, who used to come out with the Hardy Boys. And when I saw her, I said, we might just, get a deal here. And then I got Baker acted. Then I went back, and I wasn't even on their property. And they had me trespassed, but I wasn't even on their property, and they took me to jail. And then the last time I went back there, that's when
They called the germ squad.
there was no 911 call. They called their people. Their people came in and had me shot. So it was it's a lot of I read the whole case. I clearly had a good case. I just didn't trust God in it, and you know, they wanted me to go the NGI route, because people be like, people keep asking me to this day, did you want the police officers to shoot you? I'm like, hell nah. Who the hell wants to? But they say,
course.
nowadays um, people want to be shot.
Suicide by cop.
Suicide by
Right.
cop because of religious purposes, and suicide by cop would be, and they asked me that, and I understand that, but no, hell no, I didn't want to be shot in front of a WWE performance center. That's not what God had intended me to go out. So after all that, I just went in a real dark place in my life because I was so embarrassed of
About
getting shot. I wasn't proud of it. I wasn't like, hey, I got shot by the police. Look at me. Everybody's asking me, my homeboys, how I feel. I'm not proud of it. I'm more or less embarrassed by it. I didn't want to be known by wrestling as the guy who got shot, what I'm saying, a couple blocks away from where I lived. And then I'm called the WWE stalker. I'm called this, I'm called that. But I thank God for what God put people in my path, like Mr. Chester at Gore Street when I was in recovery getting clean. He was there for me, and God put certain people in my path to stay strong. And then I had my outlet of cutting hair at Samaritan, but then eventually I was over medicated on Haldol, and that put me in a real dark place in my life, and I kept having relapses. So eventually I went to jail, and I got everything squared away. But now I'm clean, I'm sober, and I'm living my dreams, and unfortunately I have these these things that issues going on. But for today, I'm sober. I'm drug free. I'm not in jail. I'm not in a state hospital. So I'm successful, and it's a lot of hard work, But life is worth living, and my goal is to try to help inspire as many people as I can. Turn this whole experience that especially happened into a real, success story for everybody.
Sure,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. How many? I know you told me earlier that you've spoken with Dr. Olander on 2 occasions. Have you had any other competency evaluations?
Yeah, I was evaluated by Mangs.
Uh,
I was, you know who the Family Guy is? The guy. Go ahead. Dr. Dan Singer.
Danziger.
He loves wrestling.
Does he?
Yes. We talked wrestling, and then the second time he found me incompetent.
So Danziger twice, Mings
Yes.
1 time, 2 times?
2 times.
That's 2.
And Dr. Burns.
And Burns. All right.
So I've seen just about everybody.
Yeah. We've got some new ones that are coming up, so.
Well, I don't want to see as many people as I can because I don't want this to keep going on.
Can I get you more water now?
Nah, I'm pretty good.
All right. We had talked earlier about potentially getting records from the Orange County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still willing to do that, would you mind signing this release? I mean, of course, you know, looks just like the other ones.
When he was 8 years old, he caught spinal meningitis.
I had spinal meningitis.
Mm-hmm.
Then a nurse touched me in an inappropriate way on my
What does
bed.
spinal meningitis do to somebody?
I don't know. I was developing bad headaches. I don't know. They gave me a spinal tap. My back was never straight up again from that again. I became the hunchback of Notre Dame. That's what they called me all through school.
Where'd you go to school?
Huh?
Where'd you go to school?
Arbor Ridge, Union Park, until I was kicked out. I was kicked out. I failed 8th grade. I was sent to an alternative school. And then I was kicked out of an alternative school for mooning the bus driver in my neighborhood. And sent to an expulsion school and getting kicked out of there for holding my hands up in front of a teacher and not being a threat. So that completely left me behind in life until eventually I went into juvenile programs and stuff like that.
Bay Point was good, wasn't it?
ARC was good. Bay Point was good. Cottage One. Center for Drug Free Living. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I filed my own motions. I wanted to figure out what was going on in court. An incompetent person cannot do that.
Well, tell me. I mean, again, I'll confess I haven't been to court. Not in the same capacity that you have.
Right.
Does this make sense to like not have an attorney? Like what? Per se, those words scare me. I would hate to think.
You have to sometimes go with your heart at the end of the day.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You're your best. At the end of the day, you're your best defense.
Yeah, you know you better than anybody else.
Exactly. He doesn't talk to me every single day.
Mm-hmm.
He's not with me every single day of my life there. You know, he wasn't with me truly in the day of the crime. He doesn't know how my heart was going on. Whatever they're trying to say alleged I did, right? Because of course they're trying to say I'm some type of criminal, this, that, blase, this and whatever, right? This alleged crime that they're trying to say that I did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wasn't there. So what I'm saying is, yes, it's good to have an attorney, but at the same time, I've had previous experiences with attorneys. You get what I'm saying? Who,
Had some bad ones?
Yes.
Can you name drop?
It was a lot of them from the public defender's
I
office.
see. Orange County?
Yeah. And I believe they were all in cahoots to try to protect the police officer who shot me.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that's sad. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you see a dream that I have and you completely label me out. Because I read all of my information when I was in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I read everything. I read the depositions. I studied my case. I did everything I needed to do. When I refiled for my case to be opened, that's when I was continuously being harassed by police. Baker acts and things like that. So, and I had a bunch of attorneys who said they were trying to be on my side, telling me to go an NGI route, which was not a good defense for me at all. And though I was found competent by 4 doctors, because when I had an outburst in court, they want me to be evaluated by more doctors to keep my case in limbo.
Is it just me, or do you have to see some other people too?
No, I think it's just you for right now. So you can understand why I would feel that way of certain people trying to represent me. When you're found competent by 4 doctors, and they want you to be evaluated by more doctors, and then you're found somehow incompetent, then you have to go to a state hospital.
Gotcha.
That's what happened to me, and that's why I don't trust every attorney that stands with me in the court. That's why I'm telling you, the best person in my defense is me, myself, and me and Irene. No, just a joke, but you know, me, myself, and I. Jim Carrey.
Is that the one about the fat chick?
No,
Oh.
that's Shallow Hal.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite, one of my favorite movies. I'm actually filming my short. I want to do a sequel.
To Shallow Hal?
Yes. Me and my dad love that movie.
Huh.
Yes. So, it's a classic.
I don't think I've ever seen it, actually.
So, past previous experiences with representation in the past, you know, it's just led me to question my doubt and you know, that my faith should always rest in God. And I'm a spiritual person. I don't think anything is wrong with that, because in court they say equal justice, you know, in God we trust. So my dad, at the end of the day, though he may think what's best for me, he ain't gonna do the time behind bars. And I listened to him. I listened to the public defenders. I listened to everybody else, and I didn't listen to my heart. And unfortunately, that is my fault. And I take full responsibility for that. I don't hate nobody, but I should have did what my heart was telling me to do.
Got it. Did you
And
select your attorney?
huh?
How did you select your attorney?
I'm appointed,
Oh, PD?
RCC.
Regional counsel. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to work with the public defenders again. Though maybe if they were there in the courtroom, I probably wouldn't happen. Though somebody else said, the good thing about the public defender's office is that they're in the courtroom every day. But when you're going to trial, and they're in the courtroom every day, and they see the judge every day. You're not trying to convince a judge on your case. You're trying to win a jury over. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the relationship is between the judge and the public defender.
Okay.
It's the jury. It's the community. It's
Okay.
the people. It's the
Yeah.
that's the way it works.
Two more questions.
Go ahead.
Any tattoos?
No tattoos, just battle wounds,
Okay.
street fights, gunshot wound
Where did they shoot you?
right here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, I believe it.
You can see the videos. You can go on my Instagram. You can see pictures. I post it all. As a professional wrestler, the world's going to see anyway. I'm on the new cover of Muscle Fitness. You should see it on my Instagram. It's me and McMahon together. We're sharing the cover of Muscle Fitness. It's jokes.
Is it okay with you if I do actually access the Instagram and all?
Yes, go ahead. It's funny videos. It's haircuts. It's funny pictures.
Do you see your attorney wincing?
I'm a
I'm not
comedian.
wincing. I'm not wincing. I mean, no reaction.
I'm a comedian.
That does not go on the record.
He's famous.
I'm not famous.
Yeah.
If you look him up,
Is that right?
look up Armando Montalvo.
Yeah.
Mondo Alejandro Montalvo.
Armando Alejandro Montalvo. You
Public record.
opens it up.
Yeah, I post everything because I have nothing to hide from the public.
Like I said, to be good, competency, I have no stake in it. Just between you and I have no stake in the game. He's either got, like when you say wincing, I don't care what comes. As long as it's not having to do with my particular case, I don't care. I mean, he's either competent or he's not, and do what you gotta do. Those are the rules. I don't have. It's not like NGI where I'm trying to get a defense. Where competency, it is what it is.
Like I'm not trying to go that route. You know what I'm saying?
So, am I to take you to mean that you believe yourself to be competent?
Absolutely. I understand that the rules of the way the court goes. I understand and can appreciate the charges that are against me and the possible penalties. I understand what everybody role entails in the courtroom. And I'm not in denial that I have a mental illness, or they'll say I have no insight of what's going on. Because other doctors have said that.
What do you experience in terms of mental illness?
What do you mean?
You told me that you are on medication, psychiatric medication. You've been to the state hospital, and you have a mental illness. So I'm just curious, like, what is that? What do you experience?
I'm just me, myself, and I, man.
Okay.
I'm a comedian. I'm a good person. I enjoy making people laugh. I enjoy giving back. I'm just who I am.
Okay.
Not everybody is intended to be all the same.
Gotcha.
I wish I could be the best comedian in the world, but I'm an aspiring filmmaker, comedian, but most of all, I'm the best professional wrestler of all time. And Dr. Dan Singer said, "Oh, he's grandiose because he thinks he has creatively what it is to be a WWE talent. When I'm creatively more talented than that whole entire roster put together. I'm a creative writer, innovator, individual, wrestler, trainer, martial artist, writer, poet, hip-hop musician, you're not going to get this, you know, at a 5-star university or drama or acting school. This is years of rejection, failure, not believing in myself, drug addiction to get where I'm at today. And today I'm successful, and I don't let mental illness put a label on me. Like, oh my God, I have a mental illness. I don't let that stop me, because if I sit in front of a doctor, every doctor is going to have a different opinion about me, or a different diagnosis possibly. If everybody was to sit in front of a doctor or a psychologist or whatever and be evaluated, everybody under the DSM would all be under medication, or, you know, have a mental illness. So, you know, I just don't want to be manipulated anymore, or, you know, I'm just standing up for myself and what I feel is right.
Gotcha. And of course, that's not my job. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to manipulate. In fact, it was really cool to have met you.
No, thank you very much. And I just want to tell you, Dr. Olander was...
She's great.
She was the doctor who really... Because even when I wanted to be found incompetent, she still found me competent. So that'll just let you know that she was a good doctor, and I appreciate what she did. So you can get her records.
Absolutely. You've already signed a release for her.
Yes.
All right.
You got any more questions?
Anything else I should ask?
One last thing. I'm not a threat to myself. I'm not a threat to anybody else. And I'm just a good person, man.
All right. Cool.